Welcome everybody to this DC Universe online video. So we're going to be checking out the Witching Hour 2023 feats, base items and styles. So there are going to be 3 different feats which you can get from this event. So if you go into our feat tab right here, into our seasonal and the Witching Hour, and we want to scroll down right here, and the 3 different feats are right here. So you've got the first one, which is body horror, so that's to collect following styles from the 2023 seasonal event vendor. So that is 10-point feat, so it's to collect the devil horns accessory, displaced torso style, and the twisted surgeon mask. So those will be available from the event vendor, and I'll be showing you all of these, and the times will be listed in the description below. So the next feat is the Haunted House 8, so that's the Topsey Terror feat, and it is 10-point feat to collect 5 base items from the 2023 Witching Hour seasonal event vendor. And the next one is the third feat, which is called Thriller Night. That is 25 feat points, and that is to collect the zombie emote from the 2023 Witching Hour seasonal event vendor. So we'll be covering everything in this video, with all of the times for each of the items in the description below. We're now going to be checking out the zombie emote. So this will cost you 100 spooky bites from the Halloween event vendor, and it's a 25 feat point called Thriller Night. So let's go into our emotes. We've already equipped it, and go into actions, and here it is, zombie. So this is how the emote looks like. So it's like the Walking Dead type of look, and you putting your hands out just like an undead zombie. So that is it, fully zoomed in as well. So it doesn't appear to be any sounds to this emote, but here's an all-round view of the zombie emote. And also in the chat, it will say, when you do this zombie emote, it will say you hunger for brains. It will say your character's name and then hunger for brains in the chat. So that's when you do the zombie emote. You can do /zombie, or go into your actions and then press zombie, and that will also work once you have equipped it. We are now checking out the 3 different styles which you can get from the 2023 Witching Hour seasonal vendor, and this is going to give you the feat body horror, so that is a 10-point feat, and these are to collect the 3 different styles from the vendor: twisted surgeon mask, displaced torso style, and devil horns accessory. We are wearing all of them. So on our chest we've got the displaced torso style, so half of your sort of stomach is kind of disappeared there. And then on the back we've got as the horns, we've got the accessory, devil horns accessory, right up there. And then we also have in the front the twisted surgeon mask, which kind of looks like a pig mask, and you can also change the colors of some of these, and we're going to try to go into our style tab and do that. So if we go into our face, I think we should be able to find, there it is, the twisted surgeon mask. So let's go into our tab here, and we can change the eyes right there. So we can change it to whatever color we prefer. So we've got a yellow, or we can change the eyes to a black. Also the side ink right there on the face, like they've got splatter, you can also change that as well. So we can change it to white, black, or maybe red would suit it. Since it's a surgeon, we can kind of picture it with a bloody effect right there on the mask. And then you've got the last color, purple. I'm not too sure what that changes there, but that is how the surgeon masks looks. And then you can also change the devil horns accessory color. So currently we've got it as yellow. We can even change it to a purple, and then it would change. Also on the chest piece, we can go ahead and also change that to whatever color we would choose. So we've got white here, and we can go ahead with a purple, and I think we can change So we can't change anything else, just on our slot 1. And then that is how all of these styles look like, and this will give you the 10-point feat once you've got all of these body horror feet. And then it will cost 50 for each of the styles from the seasonal event vendor, so 50 spooky bites for each of these 3 pieces, a total of 150 spooky bites. We are checking out now the different base items which you can get for the Witching Hour 2023 event from the vendor, and there are going to be a total of 11 base items, but you can get a feat which is to collect 5 base items from the seasonal event vendor, and this will be a 10-point feat, and this will be called Haunted House 8 Topsey Terror feat, 10 points. And here are all of the base items which you can get from the vendor. So here we have a chandelier, so that is on the ground base item. And then you've got a ichor puddle, so that is like, kind of looks like a pool of blood. Then up there you've got the upside down table along with another square table. Then you've got a stone wall right here. And then you've got some ichor rain, so we've got 2 variations of it. So we've got a small area right there, if we can get a close-up of that. So I think that's a floor base item, so it's like raining blood puddle. And then you've got a larger one covering a wider area. And then we've got 2 other reupholstered inverted chair items. So we've got a couch there, and then we've got a chair. And then the next base item over here, it does make sound to it, so we are going to check out the retro television. So this is like a olden day television, and it's got static sounds with fingerprints going along the TV, so quite spooky. And let's see if we can give you an all-round view of the back too. So that is the olden style TV look to it. So those are all of the base items which you can get from the Witching Hour 2023 event vendor. And now we're going to be taking a look also at all of the item previews from the vendor, so all of the prices. So all of these base items will be costing you 15 spooky bites each. We are now checking out the price preview of each of the items within the vendor for the 2023 items that you need to get for the feats. And all of the items in here will be costing a various of different amounts. So here we have the zombie emote, so that will be costing you 100 spooky bites. And we can also preview it in the vendor as well. So this will also be giving you the feat, which is called Thriller Night, 25 feat points right there if you buy this emote. And then we've got the 3 different styles, which each cost you 50 spooky bites. And this will be the 10-point feat body horror. So these are the displaced torso style. That is a preview there in the vendor. And then we've got the devil horns accessory. And then also the twisted surgeon mask, which costs you 50 spooky bites here. And then we've got the various lists of base items right down here, which you can get. And if you collect 5 of these, you'll be getting the feat Haunted House 8, which is a 10-point feat. And this to collect 5 base items. And there are a total of 11 base items which you can get from this vendor. So we've got the blue classic dining table, 15 spooky bites here. We can preview this in the vendor. And then we've got the blue classic square inverted table, 15 spooky bites. Then we've got the ichor puddle, 15 spooky bites as well. So the puddle on the vendor, it doesn't really show the upper view because you can't rotate it. But this is how it would look in the vendor. But we do have a full preview of the base items, which we'll be leaving in the description below along with the times. Then we've got the Icor Rain large area, 15 spooky bites. So you can kind of see it here. The rain puddle of kind of looks like blood. So that is 15 spooky bites. Then we've got the Icor Rain small area. So that is another rain pool of blood. And then we've got Icor Stepping Stone or Seeping Stone Wall. That is 15 spooky bites there. Then we've got the Retro Television. So this does make some sound as well. 15 spooky bites. And you can't really hear it on the preview, but we can hear it when we have placed it in our base. So that is like an olden day TV with fingerprints or handprints on it. Then we've got the reholstered blue classic chair that is inverted, and that is the upside down chair. Then we've got the reholstered blue classic chair, 15 spooky bites. So that is kind of like a couch. A couch which is inverted upside down. Then we've got a dining chair which is inverted, 15 spooky bites. So these are all ceiling base items. And then last we've got the wrought chandelier. That is the iron chandelier, 15 spooky bites, and that is a floor base item. So those are all of the items which you can get for the 2023 Witching Hour feats, base items and styles.